Hey, young world, it's your girl Nia with Nia's Take. So I'm here. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas! Christmas, late night. I'm doing this real quick, y'all. So we about to get into it. I binge watched a couple days ago, Tiny Pretty Things, and thought it was rather interesting, which is why I'm here. So 10 episodes, about an hour apiece. The premise of this show is really to talk about the fact that this girl, Cassie, was at a rooftop party and somebody pushed her ass off the roof. Okay. So, Netflix, this is a new series that they have, a new drama series. I'm not really sure if it's supposed to be a thriller because in each episode, there's some type of creepy nightmare that the kids are going through. So, this is a dance academy, Anchor Academy. And, you got all of these characters, all of these teenagers between the age of 16 and 18 who are coming in, and of course they want to be the best. There's a production that's happening, the Ripper, in the midst of all of this stuff going on, and I'm trying to find out who killed her, or who pushed this girl Cassie off the roof, because she didn't die. How she didn't die, I don't know, but she didn't. She's in the hospital in a coma, and they trying to figure out who pushed her off the building. And so you got all of these different characters. Everybody's looking at everybody trying to figure out what's what. The Academy, Anchor Academy, they have their dancing in the afternoon. They have their academics in the mornings. And then they go and they do their thing. But it's real strict. You can't be having no sex, no drugs, no none of that. You get caught, they boot you. But of course, they're teenagers. And everybody's doing that. And the really interesting thing about this show is that they're showing them doing that. I'm watching teenagers screwing. And I ain't talking about just a little hug, kiss, pat on the cheek. They soft porn in it. And that is a bit much, Netflix. I don't want to watch teens getting it on. Now, granted, I did still watch it, but I watched it so I can give y'all this review. It was a bit much. And you seeing everything, titties and ass all over the place. A bit much. Okay? Not only that, everybody stabbing everybody in the back because they want to be in the front. I mean, they cut throats at this school. And in the midst of all that, everybody got some alibi that they making up saying they did this and they did that, trying to make sure that they not the ones that got caught trying to push this girl off the roof. It's just all kinds of craziness. You got guy on guy, you got girl on guy, you got threesome, you got teachers and the students, you got the directors and the students, you got the kids getting pimped out to other people for donations. It's all kinds of crazy going on in this series. There's somebody narrating throughout the entire thing, throughout, the episode. You got all kinds of really great music. I have to say that the music was really good and the dance was really good, which is why I decided to watch the whole thing through. But an hour is long. Each episode, that's kind of long, Netflix. And not only is that long, some of these backstories of these characters was just a little suspect. Like, for instance, Nevaeh. She's coming from Inglewood, California, on a scholarship because this chick Cassie got pushed off the roof, and now they need somebody to fill in for her. So they originally turned her down, but now all of a sudden they got a position for her and they can let her come in. And so she's a token black girl coming to the company. And, her backstory is her mom killed somebody. So of course her mom is in prison. And in the midst of all that happening, the police thought it was the son, her brother, who needed to be taken in. So they shoot him. Like, with all of this stuff happening right now, really, this is what you want to go with for her backstory. Like, she can't just be a regular black girl with normal parents that love her and want her to go off to the dance academy. Or any of the other parents, for that matter. Because all of the mamas was deceptive, or they had some shadiness going on. They ain't believing their kid, and they thought they was just playing, and they wasted all their money. I don't know if this is how the dance academy or the dance community is, because I am not a dancer. I like to dance, but I ain't no ballet. I don't do no ballet. I'm not no dancer like that. And you ain't about to have me in principal or nothing. But I don't know if this is true. And a lot of it wasn't believable. Like the girl Cassie, her boyfriend, he leaves his country to come here to dance with her, and she gets pushed off the building, and he stays, and he don't want to dance no more. Go home. Why are you here? Like, you just moping around, not wanting to dance. You just going and tagging along with her in the hospital. And then you finally do decide to dance and you get something real good and they offer you a tour to go out and tour. And you say, well, I just want to be by her side. It's not believable. Come on. You can tour for 3 months. It's just not believable. Like, a lot of this stuff. Y'all like my antlers? I like them. They're cute. My little candy canes. My little Santa earrings. It's Christmas, y'all. You want to see my shirt? First coffee, then presents. It didn't happen that way today, but that's okay. Anyway, a lot of it wasn't believable. Not only was it not believable, a lot of the acting wasn't that great. I don't know if these is real actors and, you know, maybe they just are brand new to it, or if they're just dancers and maybe the acting part was just an added bonus. It wasn't all that believable. I would give this a 2.5. And the only reason why I'm giving it that much is because I really enjoyed the dancing and I really enjoyed the songs. The narration really wasn't that bad either. But, I mean, I'm sorry. Who wants to see teenagers getting it off? I didn't. It was a bit much. And they getting it off. You got threesome suggestions. You got all kinds of, I mean, everybody getting it. And they literally show it up to the action of it happening, and everybody's butt naked. Like, you're seeing everything. You got these people standing in front of each other with no clothes on, having regular conversations. That's not real. Maybe it's real in the dance community, but in regular real life, that's not real. So I wanted to also talk about the body shaming. There's a lot of body shaming in this series. And again, this is probably something that dancers have to deal with often, but there's a lot of it in it. And then you have this guy who at one point must have been chubby, but now it's completely muscle, and they still have people calling him fat. And it's really interesting because somebody that's not all of that slim is calling him fat, which is insane, which now is causing this guy to have bulimia and vomit in the toilet just to maintain weight and not eat anything and pass out from hunger, which is just completely insane. There is a lot of fat shaming. There's a lot of body imaging things that they talk about. You have sexual assault, you have physical assault, you have, you name it, statutory rape, you name it, it's in here. It's just a lot of extra. Again, maybe this is what happens in the dance community, but a lot of it was just like, I mean, come on. You have a police officer who turns into a detective, even though she's a police officer. It's like, well, what are you? Are you detective or are you police officer? I need you to pick one, because I don't really think that you should be doing both. If you're going to actually be working the case, then have your boss promote you to be a detective. And if not, then do your job. Like, what is all of this dual job description thing going on? Are they paying you extra? Like, you stalking people after work and stuff? Like, it was just a bit much. Some of the scenarios were a little trippy, and some of the things that happened in the background were a little trippy. So, again, you got, they talk about rape. They talk about all kinds of things. And again, I want to stress, people, these are teenagers. Don't have your little sister watching this with you, okay? No kids. No kids, none. No, I wouldn't even have teenagers. It's very impressionable. I would not even have them watching this. This is about teenagers that adults are watching. And some people may get into it. Some people may not. So, I'm sorry. Not everything was believable for me. And so I'm not giving a really high rating. But I thought most parts of it was entertaining. And I think that you should check it out if you want to, you know, have some entertainment. I see that there are a lot of reviews, you know, coming out. This is pretty fresh. It came out maybe a week and a half ago. So it's still pretty fresh. And it's in the top lineup, the top 10 lineup that Netflix has. So, again, Merry Christmas, y'all. Late night, giving y'all this quick review while it's fresh in my mind, and I still got my fro because I'm about to switch this up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Got my fresh color. So, wanted to give y'all something real quick on Nia's take of Tiny Pretty Things, the new Netflix drama series. That's 10 long episodes. Like, honestly, Netflix, you could have cut this down to maybe 6. For an hour each, you got to cut some people out. Let's rethink that in season 2. You don't need all of these folks, especially with some of these backstories. It's just not believable. So, Nia's take, 10 long episodes. Like, honestly, Netflix, you could have cut this down to maybe 6. For an hour each, you got to cut some people out. Let's rethink that in season 2. You don't need all of these folks, especially with some of these backstories. It's just not believable. So, Merry Christmas. Have a good night. Check me out on my next one. Peace.